Kunja Vihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Gopi Jana Giridharadhari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari
Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari
Yashodanandana
Yashodanandana Vrajajanarandana Yashodanandana Vrajajanarandana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Stottara Sadasri Srimad Abhaya Charanarvinda His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Guru Premanande Hari Bol All glories to the assembled devotees All glories to the assembled devotees All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaivam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayadmudiraye Nashtaprayestu avadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistuke Yam Syanubhavam Akhilam Sutisaramekam Adhyatmadipam Atitir Satam Tamandam Samsarina Karunayaha Purana Guyam Tam Vyasaso Namupayami Gurur Muninam Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, the creation of the fourth order, chapter 29, talks between Narada and King Prajna Barhi. Text number 63. Yathano miyate chittam uvaye indriyairhitai evam pragdehajam karma vakshate chitta vrittivihi yathano miyate chittam uvayeirindriyairhitai evam pragdehajam karma vakshate chitta vrittivihi yathano miyate chittam uvayeirindriyairhitai evam pragdehajam karma vakshate chitta vrittivihi
Yatanumiyate chitam
uvayeirindriyairhitai
Idam pragdehajam karma
vakshate chitta vrittivihi yatanumiyate chittam uvayeirindriyairhitai
evam pragdehajam karma vakshate chitta vrittivihi yatanumiyate chitam uvayeirindriyairhitai evam pragdehajam karma vakshate chitta vrittivihi
yatanumiyate chittam uvayeirindriyairhitai evam pragdehajam karma vakshate chitta vrittivihi yatha as anumiyate can be imagined chittam one's consciousness or mental condition uvaye both indriya of the senses iti ihitaihi by the activities evam similarly prak previous dehajam performed by the body karma activities vakshate can be perceived chitta of consciousness vittivihi by the occupations. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. One can understand the mental or conscious position of a living entity by the activities of the two kinds of senses, the knowledge acquiring senses and the executive senses. Similarly, by the mental condition or consciousness of a person, one can understand his position in the previous life. Please repeat. One can understand the mental or conscious position of the living entity by the activities of two kinds of senses. The knowledge acquiring senses and the executive senses. Similarly,
Similarly,
by the mental condition or consciousness of a person,
by the mental condition or consciousness of a person,
one can understand his position in the previous life.
one can understand his position in the previous life.
Purport by His Divine Grace. There is an English proverb that says, the face is index of the mind. If one is angry, his anger is immediately expressed in his face. Nobody is angry. In his face. Similarly, other mental statuses are reflected by the actions of the gross body. In other words, the activities of the gross body are reactions of the mental condition. The mind's activities are thinking, feeling, and willing. The willing portion of the mind is manifest by the activities of the body. The conclusion is that by the activities of the body and senses, we can understand the condition of the mind. The condition of the mind is affected by past activities in the past body. When the mind is joined with a particular sense, it immediately becomes manifest in a certain way. For instance, when there is anger in the mind, the tongue vibrates so many maledictions. Maledictions? Okay. Similarly, when the mind's anger is expressed through the hand, there is fighting. When it is expressed through the leg, there is kicking. There are so many ways in which the subtle activities of the mind are expressed through the various senses. The mind of a person in Krishna consciousness also acts in a similar way. The tongue chants Hare Krishna, the Mahamantra, the hands are raised and in ecstasy, and the legs are danced in Krishna consciousness. These symptoms are technically called Asta Sattvika Vikara. Sattvika Vikara is transformation of the mental condition in goodness or sometimes transcendental ecstasy. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayan Dadati Swapadantikam. Bandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalan Sri Gurun Vaisnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Deve Pranamami Hari Priye Ansha Kalpataru Viksha Kripa Sindhuvya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Mukam karoti vachalam pangolam gayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande Sri Gurum Dinataranam. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesya Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. There is a beautiful story in Upanishad about understanding who we are, what is our real identity. One time, I'm not sure, a great Asuric personality called Birochan, or I think the name is Birochan, but maybe I may be mistaken. And Indra, the king of heaven, they both decided to go to Prajapati Brahmaji, or maybe some other Prajapati, to ask who we are in reality. Then, as they approached Prajapati Brahma, dear master, spiritual master, father, we want to know who we are. And Lord Brahmaji, our Prajapati, he said, you need to first do tapasya for this many years, certain years, like 20 years, 31 years, something years. And then after you complete that part of tapasya, you come to me and I will tell you who you are. Okay? They were really attracted that so many yogis, so many saintly people were meditating for thousands of years, and they were very naturally curious why these people are spending so much time in performing this kind of tapasyas. There must be some mystery hidden inside, behind. Because Indra is a king of heaven, normally is not worried about doing tapasya. Huh? Even though they are naturally devotees of Lord, but they are not in great need of doing tapasyas. They are just simply enjoying the fruit of their pious karma, many lifetimes of pious karma, heavenly planet, simply enjoy, without even thinking that I would get old, I would be attacked by diseases or anything like that, for a long span of time. And Birochana, the another Asuric man, he is simply enjoying sense gratification. He does not have any other goal in his life other than enjoying senses. So then after they complete the first phase of tapasya, they both approached, come close to the Prajapati and asked, we completed as you instructed, now we are here, we want to learn who we really are. Then Brahmaji said to Birochana, go to the mirror and see, whoever you see, that is what you are. The Birochan, with great enthusiasm, great expectation, he went to the mirror and tried to look at the mirror. He saw himself. He saw a nice body, handsome head, nice hand, arm, all this muscle, beautiful things. Wow, I understand who I am. I am who I am. My body is I am. This is powerful physical strength, beautiful form, body. This is what I am. And this is meant for enjoying sense gratification. And he returned and he spread this consciousness of atheism in all over the world, especially in the Western world. And Indra was not very satisfied by the answer, even though he returned, but on his way back, he thought, if the real identity of me was who I look like in the mirror, then these saintly people would not spend millions of time, so much time meditating to know somebody, something, themselves. I think Brahmaji cheated on me, or he just joke on me. I need to go back again and ask. There may be something more than this, just simply external image. Then Indra came back and inquired about, Gurudev, I am not really satisfied by the answer. I cannot trust, I cannot believe that I am this body. It does not make sense to me because at some point this body dies. And if that is so, why would these people spend so much time and try to learn something? I think you are hiding something to me. Then Prajapati Brahmaji realized that this guy is a little better intelligent than the Garuchana. So he came back and he says, go back and do another tapasya, another certain years of tapasya, and come back to me. Second time he comes, then Prajapati says, you are your mind. Your mind, what you think, is what you are. Indra returns home. On his way, he also has, he was not satisfied with that answer. And if I was mind, then mind also is like always changing. Mind is not stable. Mind always make you sometimes angry, happy, all this kind of changes, feeling, willing, always desiring something. So it's just like another group, just like fulfilling the leader of the senses. So it's not satisfying. And finally, at the end, when he came back and asked Prajapati Brahma to give him another real identity who he was, then finally Lord Brahma revealed to him that you are not this body, you are not your mind, you are not these things, but you are pure spirit soul, the eternal part and parcel of God. And that was satisfying for him. So this is what we have to understand, that we are not this body. And people who have deepest faith in the body and act in so many ways, we can understand who they were in the past life. Because we carry the samskara, we carry very deep mental culture, bodily culture from our previous samskara. And we naturally act into that direction, into that nature, into that activities, into that performance. Our words, our activities, our movement, our association with people, our desires to enjoy, our desires to eat, all these things can give us certain identity that who we were in the past life. And by understanding, by analyzing our mental activities within our mind, which no one can understand but yourself, we can also determine, we can also figure out that what I am going to be tomorrow in my next life. But the problem is most of the people even do not believe in the second life. They do not believe in reincarnation. But that is helpless situation. For them, we cannot do anything. So when the living being somehow or other completely exhaust into this material world, taking birth, death, old age and disease, and looking for so much desires to fulfill, and is still hankering for satisfaction, happiness, somehow they get mercy by pure devotees or by Krishna, or they themselves completely exhaust and tired and try to give up, then they get the mercy from the Lord. He arranges some kind of person to appear in their life in the form of spiritual master, in the form of sadhus, in the form of literatures, in the form of prasadam, in the form of so many other ways. And that person is under the guidance of Sakti, Balarama Sakti, Balaram, Guru, energy of the Lord. So, and when this way, when our devotion is protected, we just had Balaram Jayanti, Krishna Janmashtami, so much festival going on. And when we are fortunate enough, we follow spiritual master, we follow Guru, Balaram, everything, we realize that the whole body, the whole existence is possible is because of Balarama. Our body, my bones are tied together. All my system within this body, whole this universe, everything is working together. All the sun is moving around, moon is coming, all the stars, everything, planets, the whole things are possible by the arrangement of Lord Balarama. And it is sustained and maintained. Krishna is just taking credit, but every single thing that you can possibly imagine is done by the energy of Lord Balaram. And this way, when we are set up in devotional service, we are fixed up. We understand that I am eternal servant of God. Now you are not trying to become God, servant of God. You understand and realize that I am servant. I am not trying to be, but I am servant. This is my constitutional position. So people think, oh, I don't want to become Hare Krishna. That's not true, because you are naturally, constitutionally, you are originally Hare Krishna. We are not becoming something else. We may be thinking, oh, I am from Christian background, I am from Indian background, I am from Hindu background, I am from Mohammedan background. No, we are all Krishna background. So when we are set up in devotional service and fixed up in our consciousness, then Srimati Radharani start working on us. Can you imagine her position? Like once one is already fixed up, pure devotee, 100% everything naturally acting, no force, Swabhaviki. So this way, God has so many energies. I will briefly talk about Srimati Radharani because I have no idea about who she is, but little bit here and there. And I do not qualify at all. I have zero idea about who Srimati Radharani is. But from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada lectures, so many devotees speaking on that, they say Radharani and Sri Krishna are no difference. They are same personality. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving another vision that they are one and different. Veda and Aveda, they are one and they are two. So the bhakti sector, bhakti part is especially handled by Srimati Radharani. It's her department. But the Lord arranges one managerial system to his intimate devotees, like all of you, all the Vaishnava Sampradayas, all the great acharyas, devotees from all Sampradayas. They are managed by one energy of the Lord, and common mass of the people, in general people, public people, who are after enjoying the fruit of their labor, their activities, their karma, and they are ruled by different energies of the Lord. So for that, we have a whole system of demigod in charge of different devatas for different things, giving some benefit here, some benefit there, giving some knowledge here, some wealth there, some beauty here, some strength here, some destroying some obstacles here, like we had Ganesha ji recently. All this kama kami, jnana istas ritagyana, kama istas ritagyana. Those one group of people, religious people externally, they follow pious activities. They want to, they do not want to commit any sinful activities, and they have so much desires in their heart. They go here and there. For them, Mother Durga is taking charge of this whole manifestation. Chaya yes, Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Saktireka Chaye Vayasya Bhavanani Vivarti Durga Iksha Narupam Apiyasya Chestate Tam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So Mother Durga worked on them. But for the devotees who have taken shelter into the lotus feet of the Lord, and they are dedicated their life, they have surrendered completely to the lotus feet of the Lord. For them, Mother Durga is a shadow Shakti, and Mother Radharani is a real object. She takes care of those devotees. Now you can imagine that position of devotees, how high it is. So normally people do not realize these things, like people who simply follow Vedas, Tattvavadis. Tattvavadi always see with the principle, with the philosophy, and they do not give much importance to the devotees who have feeling for the Lord. They consider God is Nirvikalpa, Nirakar, Niranjana, light, energy, the foundation, all this neutral name, abstract name, that does not create any feeling for the Lord. That does not, those people who understand God that way, they cannot have any personal exchanges with the Lord, because they make God as an abstract object. For them, this whole material world, these rules, Durga, Ganesh, Shiva, all this acting in different ways, Maya Shakti, Tatastha Shakti, they are governed by three modes of material nature. The mode of ignorance, the mode of passion, the mode of goodness. So this network of Krishna's Maya Shakti is very powerful, that no one can escape out of it. Even great so-called learned people are easily bewildered. Tene Brahma Hridayat Kavite Muhyanti Yat Suraya. Muhyanti Yat Suraya. Suraya means great personalities will easily be bewildered. So they cannot understand. Now Krishna, he is all powerful personality. He has so many energies in his acting, in his performing his function to run this material world. This is only Ekapadma Buddhi. Okay, this whole material world is just 1/4 part, or even like less. Like 25% is here in the material world, 75% is in the spiritual world. You can imagine 8 billion people here and many millions of animals and so many things. All counting is only 25%. And 75% beautiful devotees, your better good friends, are all there, enjoying with Krishna at all time. In Vaikuntha planet, in Rama, Lord Ramachandra, Lord Nrsingadev, Lord Baraha, Lord Madhusudana, Lord Krishna, Vishnu, Vaikuntha, unlimited Vishnus, and finally in Goloka Vrindavan Dham, Krishna, they are enjoying right now, just like we were dancing a little while ago. And in this way, if we try to categorize the whole energy of the Lord, then that can be categorized into 3 portions. One is Swarupa Shakti, Krishna's own internal, we call internal potency. Swarupa Shakti. Swarup means your own form, internal potency. And Swarupa Shakti sometimes is also called Chit Shakti. And another potency of the Lord is divided into Jiva Shakti. Jiva Shakti, all the living entities, you and me, so many, 8,400,000 species of life, all these are Tatastha Shakti, Jiva Shakti. And they are, Tatastha means they are in a borderline. They can turn this side or this side, or remain in the middle. Sometimes they can turn to Krishna, sometimes they can turn back to Krishna. Sometimes they take shelter of Krishna directly, sometimes they take shelter of Krishna's Maya Shakti, Chaya Shakti, indirectly. So that is called Jiva Shakti. And the another Shakti is called Alladini Shakti. Alladini Shakti, which is internal potency, Antaranga Shakti is Alladini. Bahiranga Shakti is Maya, and Maya has three ways to function into this material world. Rajagun, Tamagun, Satagun, that helps creating our own world.
Isn't the Antaranga Shakti separated into some?
I'm coming there. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, you're correct. And we are creating our own world. This all creation, building our ideas, network, science, computer, all this is things is reaction of modes of material natures, Rajas, Sama, Sattva. We do so many constructive act under the influence of goodness. Sometimes we do become very passionate activities. We create, we do so much, do business, make money, buy cars, buy mobile phone, buy homes, buy wife. Nowadays people buy wife too. They do just for, okay, I want 15 days and I need somebody for 15 days. Okay, let's go. How much you pay? This much. Okay, I agree. So all kind of thing passion, and then ignorance, we do those destructive activities. Destruction, we kill, we violate, we offend. People do, yesterday I was driving and it was a busy road, and I was coming from school, taking my son. And the old lady behind me, when I stopped, she would like bang her steering. And then she would like express her madness at me. And I said, hi lady, I'm not stopping because there's another car before me. Hari Baba, calm down. And she would like, in that anger, she would say so many words. But I could clearly see that she was like hitting her head against that thing. So this is all by tamaguna. People are guided by tamaguna and mixed with rajaguna and so many things. So these things happens. And Alladini Sakti, the pleasure potency of the Lord, that gives immense pleasure to the Lord. Like when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We get a great relief from the material pangs of life. You have no idea, when I was living in Kathmandu, I have a practical experience what material suffering is. I was a student living in Kathmandu, and in Kathmandu, when we come out from village, we have to rent a room in somebody's house. And it's not like an apartment here, like a studio room, apartment room, or house or flat, or nothing like that. Within a house, there are so many rooms, and you rent one small room and you share with so many, one bathroom for like 10 rooms. Imagine. And I was moving from, because the room says, okay, now you have to go away. There's no like contraction or something, agreement or nothing. Whenever they want to say go, you have to leave. Nowadays, maybe a little bit changed, but in those days. And changing, and when you change, you have to carry all your furniture, or your clothes, or your cooking items, utensils, everything with you. You have to pack in a sack. And there is no road to take out all those items. You have to walk at least 5-6 minutes to come to the main road from where you can load into the truck. And I did that for 17 times, entire, like, in the 10 years time, or while I'm studying, 17 times. And I was really tired, and when I became devotee, I thought, now I don't have to move anywhere, I'm fixed in this temple. It's a big relief. It was very gross material experience, but when we come to the Krishna, and it was such a relief that you don't have to work, you don't have to, just for money, you don't have to go through all this hardship in your life, running away, go to college in the morning, come home at 9, go to school to teach, come evening. That was life. So the whole world, when they come to God and take the name of Krishna, people come in so many ways. Not all people come to Krishna to love him. People come to Krishna, or people come to God to fulfill their own desire. But still, when they come, they feel great relief. My dear Lord, you are only hope for me. I just saw a video, one very handsome guy, very beautiful person. It's a real story, very real story. And the guy was really rich and money. He had so much money. He was very handsome, and he had a lot of women following him in India. But somehow the guy got burned in fire. The whole skin burned. Now if you see his face, everybody left him. Who will love somebody that who looks very ugly in his face, his body, because his body is burnt? And he says now he was not devotee in the beginning. Now he says that, okay, now I understand that you all were after my money, not after me. But if God give me grace, or if God loves me, I can find better than you. I love you, God. When people come into this pitiable situation, they surrender to God. But devotees, Prabhupada is teaching, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching, forget about everything in the concept of enjoying in this material world, that you are eternal part and parcel of God. Give up this foolish idea and surrender and enjoy in Harinam Sankirtan, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So God gives pleasure to the whole world, and the same personality get pleasure from Srimati Radharani. That is called Alladini Sakti. Now the Alladini Sakti is divided into three parts. In the beginning of my talk, I say I do not know anything about Radharani, so forgive me if I made any mistake. And this Alladini Sakti is divided into three parts: Sandini Sakti, Sambit Sakti, and Alladini Sakti. Same thing?
The Sarup Shakti is divided into three parts.
Yeah. Yeah. And Sandini Sakti is that keeps Krishna's as it is for like his dham, his parikars, his expansion, his avatars, his incarnations, his energies, his beauty, his form. All these things are eternally kept as it is unchanged forever. In our case, like 5 years ago, Lalita was very young and beautiful. Now you are still beautiful, but you are not the same. And then later on, after a few years, we become old, like we are already middle-aged, right? And our skin start wrinkling. And people go to TikTok shop and find that, oh, I want to this cream so that my skins remain intact. They do even surgery, special surgery nowadays. Facelift, yeah. All kind of things. And I met one young lady in printing store here in Tucson 10 years ago. She said to me that I hope science will find something so that we don't have to get old. I am depressed. Sometimes when I think I have to become old, I feel like I'm depressed. She was very serious about it. I hope science will invent something new. So that Sakti, Sandini Sakti, keep everything of Krishna's forever phrase, evergreen. So we never see Krishna getting old, Krishna getting sick. His dham is always the same. When he expands, everything remains the same. All this is like handled by the Sandini. Sandini means combining, like Sandhi in Sanskrit, grammar. Sandhi, there's two words that combine together, is called Sandhi. Like Kirtaneswara. There are two names, Kirtana, Iswara. So by Sandhi, we become Kirtaneswara. So the Sandini Sakti keeps the whole things of Krishna together. And there's another Sakti called Sambit. Sambit Sakti makes God knowledgeable. Krishna knows millions of years ago's things. And then he also knows that happened many millions years later. What will happen? He knows because of this potency, Sambit. It's very interesting. Krishna knows everything, all past and future. Natvevaham datu nasam natvam nemi janadipa natsaiva na bhavishya maha sarvivaya matah param. That's Krishna. He, by his Sambit Sakti, he knows everything. Trikaladarshi, Trikalagya. The Vedas address him again with these adjectives, but they do not teach to develop personal relationship to Lord, only in devotion. And the another is Alladini Sakti that give immense pleasure to the Lord, Ananda. Ananda Chinmaya Rasad, Tabit Rasad Huh? Pratibhavitavis. Nijarupa kaya talavi. Ananda chinmaya rasat pratibhavitavis. Tavirya eva nijarupa kalatayavi. Goloka eva nijadhamne salesha tasya. Govindavad, I'm mixing up, I'm sorry. So that potency, Alladini Sakti, is coming from Srimati Radharani, that the God who gives pleasure to the whole world, he receives pleasure from Srimati Radharani. And actually his own manifestation. Srimad Chaitanya Charitamrita, it says that Radha Krishna Pranaya Bhakriti Alladini Sakti, they were one and now become two. So this is how Krishna do get pleasure from this energy. And Srimati Radharani, she does every single activities not for her own pleasure, not at all, nothing. She never ever even think that she want to enjoy on her own. Everything she does, even sometimes she become very pride, she become like a man, she has abhimana. Even she does that for Krishna's pleasure. So this devotion is the direct activities of that Alladini Sakti. If we have any kind of pleasure in our devotional life, if we are deriving any happiness, any pleasure, any inspiration that gives us strength to act in Krishna consciousness, is the presence of Srimati Radharani somehow or a little bit or more within you. Srimati Radharani nourishes bhakti, she teaches bhakti. And in Gopi Geet, in Brahmana Geet, Gopi Geet in Bhagavatam, that's the sanam bonum of whole entire Bhagavatam, that when Krishna is running away from dance, and they start looking for everywhere, and they started crying, they were crying profusely with their songs. And when they started crying, then Krishna appears before them, smilingly. Sri Sigonita ki jai. So, in order to find Krishna, we have to cry. That's it. Like Radharani's tears. With tears, we have to cry for Krishna. And an interesting thing I will tell, that when we realize that we are servant of Krishna, not that we are trying to become servant of God, trying to become or understanding that I am servant is two different things. Then just like when we have a child, our parents give everything for the child. Nothing remains with them. Whatever they have, they say, this is for you. So once we understand we are Krishna's, then we must have a same feeling that Krishna, I give you everything I have. And what do we have? What is our earning in so many lifetimes? Can somebody tell what is our earning in lifetime after lifetime? We have kama, we earn so much kama, krodha, lobha, moha, matsarya. These are the earning that we earn from so many lifetimes. Now here is the thing, we have to spend that we have earned in so many lifetimes for the service of God. How do we use karma to Krishna's service? That's what Prabhupada says, we have to dovetail our desires. Now this same karma, that when people have karma, what do they have? They have so many ideas in their mind. They make so many plans to enjoy the sense gratification. Like the idle mind, they think about so much. Idle mind means the mind which is not thinking about devotional service, who want to enjoy in the material world. They keep so much plan and they execute those plans and they enjoy. Now we have to invest our energy with idea, with that same desire, that how can I serve God? So that every day I do same thing, but I do different way. The one is like a dead service that I do every day, same all. I don't invest any energy, I don't invest any intelligence, or I don't invest any interest, but I just keep doing it. And after some time I feel bored. So we learned this from Radharani's life. He said that she cook every day new food for Krishna, because she put her energy, she put her mind, she put her ideas, and try to serve Krishna, so that she come up with new idea every day. She can find new ingredient every day. So this is the fact that we should learn in our Krishna conscious life, that how do I have so many beautiful new ideas and invest my energy into that idea and then bring out something for Krishna service. So then every day you do becomes new and refreshed, and you never get tired or bored, and you get energy from God. So our earning, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, from many lifetimes, we have to use it for Krishna service in this way. Moha, become greedy to come to temple or see deities, darshan of Krishna, or greedy to dress him, like make his nice eye, putting him nice garland, clothes, everything, outfitting, or clean. Moha, greed. Lobha, moha. Everything can be used in Krishna service. Then Krishna understand that this person realizes that he is mine and he is giving everything to me. And if we have some money, making money, then we also use that too. But nobody does that part. This way, we can conquer the unconquerable Lord, Sri Krishna. And his devotees are very dear to him. And Krishna is very indebted and grateful for his devotees. Because of his devotees, his glories are spreading in the whole world. And devotees are the protector of the dharma, the maintainer of dharma. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that whatever however the Gosai behaves, Iswarapuri, I think Iswarapuri, however he behaves is the principle of dharma. The activities, the behavior, the daily lifestyle of a devotees, they manifest the principle of dharma that Vedas glorify. So we have to be very exemplary personality to represent Krishna into this material world, and we should not be affected by some kind of shortcomings in our life, and we should be like great like a sky. Our hearts should be greater like a sky. We have to learn, we have to be like water. If there is some block coming here, the water will find another way. If there's in a mountain, when a river comes, if some landslide fall, the water finds other way. It doesn't stuck there and sit like that. We have to be like water. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. May Srimati Radharani bless us all. And okay, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Go ahead.
You spoke about this Ladini Shakti, or this internal potency. Krishna says, Mahatmanas Tamam Partha Daivrim Prakritim Ashritaha. The great souls are under the protection of the divine nature. And he says, we get that protection because we are Satatam Kirtanantam, always chanting and trying to serve Krishna and bowing down before Krishna. And yesterday I went to a funeral for my cousin who died. She was young. And it was very sad. It was a very sad event. And I was seeing I just felt how fortunate devotees are to have this knowledge, because I was seeing how horrible all this material world is without Krishna consciousness. Like, some of my, like the mother of the girl who left her body, she's very spiritual, very devoted to God, but not Krishna, but she's very devoted to God. And so she was seemingly in a lot better shape, but I was looking at people who have no devotion to God, and I was seeing how they were just crying and crying and crying. And there's this sense that they don't know why, and they don't know, why this happened, and there's so lack of knowledge. And it was very heart-wrenching, and I felt very sad, and I was crying not because I was crying because of the loss, but I was feeling, oh, I must help these people. Let me devote my life to trying to help these people, everybody because without Krishna consciousness, it's just so miserable and dark. Everybody's black. Very
People
sad.
cannot grasp why this happens. Actually, this makes them turn away from God if they do not have real understanding.
They become angry.
Yeah. Last Ganesh Day, there was one lady from my work, I call her. She lost her brother 5 years ago. And she came to me and started crying with tears. Keshav, I cannot understand, I cannot believe. And I opened the Bhagavad Gita, and this book gives me understanding. I also lost so many people in my life. But anytime I have suffering, I remember them, I read this book. Maybe you can come tonight and you might feel some happiness. And she did come, and she was happy. So people have no idea. Krishna is saying, Krishna was laughing, smiling with a satiristic smile to Arjuna when he was
Laughing at him.
Yeah, he was laughing at him. Prahasanniva Kesava. Prahasan means like when people go to the stage and make some joking thing. He was laughing, but that laugh was like not like regular natural laugh. He was joking at him.
He only smiled because Arjuna had surrendered. Otherwise, he would have laughed. Krishna Chaitanya says he was going to laugh, and then he just smiled instead.
And then he was saying that the wise neither lament nor like that. So this understanding, this foundation comes from Bhagavad Gita. And Srimati Radharani, she is taking care of all the devotees, like Devi Prakriti Mahasrita. Devi Prakriti Mahasrita, they are taking shelter of Srimati Radharani. And she is nourishing everybody. And we're getting little portion of happiness. We manifest sometime. So if we develop more and more relationship to Radharani and Krishna, then that happiness comes more and more in us, and we illuminate our ignorance, darkness, and your face become like glowing, like a radiant sun. Millions of suns. Surya Koti Sama Prabhu. Not one Koti Surya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Anybody has any comment? All right. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So sometimes you hear about people that, got incarcerated, like say someone was murdered and the person that did it got away with it and somebody else got wrongfully convicted and they may do life in prison. So this seems like it probably was a past karma, why that happened. So like if a devotee commits an offense to another devotee, even though they become a devotee, is that still like because of some past karma that they're still bringing in?
First of all, a devotee never commit offenses. A devotee never ever commit offenses. If I do, then I am not devotee. I'm not in that category. I am maybe practicing, I may be looking like a devotee, but I have not that real true knowledge that I am offended and I offend other, means I'm still thinking I am the center, I am Krishna. That's why I feel offended. So I am not devotee in that sense. So when we are in our conditioning stage, so we do so many things. And we get reaction, we learn lesson, we do so many things. And we improve ourselves, we take guidance from Guru, listen their advice and try to become nice. Once we clean this way, then we will never commit anything in the pure stage. But in material, normally everything happens because of our own karma. if I am short dead, maybe I have short dead somebody in my past life, so it comes back to me. Nothing goes in vain. Every single word we speak, it has some meaning. It stays somewhere and come back to me if I am misusing and doing something wrong. So, yeah, this is very complex, but it's karma, everything is
I asked that question by asking Prabhu once.
Mhm.
I asked because you said that because you live with devotees, your karma has to come through devotees.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we
Something
can't-
has to manifest, but and coming through devotees. So maybe it is via medium.
And that's why if you hear the first canto, there's a section, the first canto, where Parikit Maharaj is speaking to Mother Earth, or the bull Dharma is speaking to Mother Earth.
Yeah.
And then what does Dharma say? She's saying, "Who did this to you? Who did this to you? Who did this to you?" Finally, he wouldn't say anybody did it to him.
Right.
Rather, I did this to myself.
Yeah. Same thing in 11th canto too. The Brahmana does not blame anybody else. Yeah, Avanti Brahman does not blame anybody else. Neither Divya Singha nor Gauranga Singha, nobody he blames. Me, I won't. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much. Happy Radha Ashtami for everybody. Tomorrow, unfortunately, I'm not going anywhere. I have to work. I'm conditioned. But bless for me, pray for me. Wherever you go, keep it.